And we're on.
All right. So I'm Jeneen Sutherland with the Hollyburn Ski Club, and we have Hans-Christer Holmberg here with us. He's watching our roller ski practice today, and we're very lucky to have him here touring around British Columbia and visiting with various teams. And Hans-Christer, you're a bit of a legend in Sweden and around the globe, and I just thought maybe you could give us a summary of your background.
Yeah, so I've been a coach 40 years. I've been in the Olympics, working with the Olympics in 1994, and I've been a researcher the last 15-20 years. I've been working a lot with cross-country skiing in Sweden and Scandinavia, and last year also traveling a lot around the world and educating coaches and interaction with different people.
Great. So you visited BC on many occasions.
Yeah.
You were here for the Olympics too in 2010.
I was here in 2010
well.
and now I'm affiliate professor at the UBC, University of British Columbia.
Okay.
So I'm probably here 4 or 5 times a year.
And what are your thoughts on skiing in our province here?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So British Columbia is about the same size as Scandinavia. But the mountains are higher, and I think it's really great opportunities to go skiing. I think it's very good for dryland training. It's hilly and good forest, and also really good for for skiing during the winter.
Great. So we have a broad range of athletes ranging from say age 4 up to the high teens. In your opinion, what's the key to keeping kids engaged throughout all these stages? I know it's a very broad question.
We worked a lot in Scandinavia to involve them in the club, to have training that is fun. To having fun is extremely important. Do a lot of activities, not only with during the winter but also in the summer. To be outdoor a lot. To shift different activities, but also work a lot on the fundamentals with speed and balance and coordination when they are young. During the winter, we are not only focused on cross-country skiing. We want them also to try alpine skiing, do some backcountry skiing, and try also the snowboard, because I think it's very good to stimulate this interaction with the body, the balance, the interaction between the equipment and the snow. So you get that type of feeling very early. And then progressively, when they're getting older, of course we are more focusing on cross-country skiing. And also try to help them, if they have very high ambition, to getting better and better. We start to work a bit more also specifically with technique and help them with some details. But at the beginning, we are more let the terrain educate. So we're going together, we learn from each other, we have older athletes as a role models. Then more progressively we also then work a little bit more with the biomechanics and technique. So we're very focused on technique. That's important because swimming, you can swim all year round, you can run all year round, on the bike all year round. But on skiing, it's quite limited on snow. So then we also use some roller skiing as today.
Right. Yeah.
This is amazing. If you had the views with the forest and like this on asphalt, it's perfect.
So speaking about technique, you're famous for revolutionizing the double pole technique.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So it was a little bit in the beginning of 2000. So the sprint event started at the World Championship 2001 and the Olympics in Salt Lake 2002. So it was we needed to try to figure out how we could double pole faster. And the sprint event double poling is a very important technique. So then we tried different types of double poling and try to involve more the whole body motion into double poling to increase the forces and also be able to have a good combination of frequency and to have a long cycle length. So that was very successively introduced in the 2006 Olympics.
Right.
And now everyone is doing
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
It's really progressive.
Can you talk about the various types of training for high-end or elite athletes, meaning for the high intensity, low intensity,
Yeah.
strength, all that?
So if you look
And-
at the best athletes, they train quite a lot. So they train between 700 and 900 hours if they are on a top Olympic level. Depending a little bit on some individualization. Most of it, in percentage, is of course low intensity, but they train medium and high intensity 2 to sometimes 4 times a week. And that could be uphill, different exercise modes. It can be also during the summer with running and some ski walking. They do strength training often twice a week, and then most they perform strength training involving the upper body, but also the lower body, some explosive motions, exercises, and because cross-country skiing today is both power and speed, and especially then in the mass start when they are together in the sprint, but also then to be able to produce that over time with endurance. So it's a nice combination. It's both upper and lower body, and it's both power and endurance. So that's a little bit also unique in this sport.
And what about the importance of rest as well?
Important for recovery, yeah. And you can actually build this training puzzle in the week by combining whole body exercise and leg, and also the upper body in a good way. So we try to be very, if you train more, you need to be more aware of how you place the training. And cross-country skiing also provide, I think, opportunities to place different types of training during the week.
So let's talk about skiers like Stina Nielsen and Merit Bjorgen and Johannes Claiborne. I'm butchering their names when I say that. But what's given them the competitive edge, in your opinion?
So they do a lot of training. They like to train. They like to be outdoor. When they've been young, they have been doing a lot of skiing in the winter. Not only cross country, but also other type of exercise modes. They like to compete. So they have a high passion to develop themselves, to think of how they can improve, and also to do the training that is needed to improve.
So all these kids you see skiing out here today,
Yeah.
what advice would you give kids aspiring to make the national team ski on the World Cup circuit?
So I think it's about the same. I think it's to be involved in the group and in the club, to be together with the coaches and other age groups, and do training summer and winter, and also go to competitions during the winter. But be involved, do different types of training, and try to emphasize progressively when you get older to get better and better, and focus more on gradually on also the details that are important and you can improve.
Great. And what's your favorite thing about Vancouver?
The sun.
When it comes out. All right. Well, thank you very much, and
Yeah, thank you.
we're very excited to have you here.
Thank you.